he has PTSD to deal with it, not go to a doctor at a cannabis clinic where they're going to, of course, prescribe you marijuana.
They're MDs licensed by the state of Texas. I mean, that's just like,
I don't know that.
Buckle up, guys, because right from the start, the judge sets a sharp tone, questioning why the defendant, charged in a marijuana-related DWI, still relies on cannabis for PTSD and epilepsy. He even questions whether medical cannabis clinics are just rubber stamping prescriptions. This opening transforms the hearing into a full-blown debate on the legitimacy of marijuana as medicine, instantly raising the stakes.
they called the Texas number.
Saba actually called a line that has information to the courts. I don't know if it's going to be helpful to resolve things today, but I think it will be helpful to move things in the future, potentially. So.
Judge, so I spoke to, what's the name of the?
Texas Compassionate
Yeah,
Use
Texas
Program.
Compassionate Use Program. I spoke to them. They're gonna give me, they said confirmation within 1 to 3 business days regarding whether or not the defendant in fact does have a medical marijuana card.
I have a problem allowing someone who has a DWI because of marijuana, continuing to allow them to smoke marijuana.
Let's verify first that he does have a lawful prescription through the state of
I'm going to
Texas.
tell him no smoking for now until we're able to verify something.
Okay.
No, but he has a DWI for marijuana. We're
But
going
that'd
to.
be like you telling a diabetic they can't have their insulin. It's a
No,
just because you disagree
no.
with it doesn't
That's a
mean
life
it's not.
diabetic medication. It's a life-saving information. This is not.
I mean, marijuana is too now. We don't know. I'm not a doctor. You're not a doctor. We're not researchers. But enough has happened with the legislature has approved this, and the prescription has been. If it's truly a valid prescription to the state of Texas, I think there's a problem with this, Judge.
I'm going to tell you, even if he has a valid prescription, I have a problem allowing someone to use marijuana when they're on bond for a DWI with
I
marijuana.
get that, but that's not Judge. That's not appropriate. I mean, what you're saying is if that is a true legal medication, you're saying that you just don't agree with that medication. If it's truly a legal prescription, that's what I'm getting at. And I'm not trying to pick this
Come
fight
up,
or
sir.
anything. I just
Come up.
But I want
to know why there's no other way to medicate.
That's for a doctor to tell us. Is I don't know, Judge. I'm not qualified to do that opinion.
What I'd like to do is I'd like to talk to the doctor who prescribed it to figure out why there's no other reasonable way to medicate.
If the doctor will talk, I mean, let's wait to let's get the confirmation from the state of Texas that it is a true lawful prescription. I'm not trying to pick this fight with you if it's not. That's
Understand.
Even on my part. But
listen, I have thick skin. And I'm not going to begrudge you for zealously advocating for your client, but at the same time, also have thick skin that I have a DWI. It's a marijuana DWI. And anytime I have a DWI with whatever substance that is, I have them stop using whatever substance that contributed to the DWI, whether it's alcohol, whether it's pills, whether it's marijuana in this case, whether it's...
The tension explodes as the judge insists that if marijuana contributed to the DWI, it must be cut off, just as an alcoholic would be denied alcohol after a crash. The defense fires back, arguing that stopping it would be like denying insulin to a diabetic. Their clash turns the courtroom into a battlefield between legal approval and judicial skepticism, making it clear that this is about more than a traffic offense.
we don't do that. You see what I'm getting at?
Xanax, yes. I mean, yes, but why not use Xanax instead of marijuana then?
Well, people rob convenience stores on Xanax.
No. Now you're getting apples and oranges. But there has to be another way to make it.
Why don't we do this? And this is what I've done in Montgomery County, which they are way harder to deal with because when you practice. Why don't I do it this way is get a letter from the doctor that states what Montgomery County does is that based on their analysis and their treatment and whatever plan it is that there's no other non-narcotic medication.
But I know that any doctor's going to write that. I really want to know
why.
why.
License on the line if they're lying. They're not going to make that statement, just like I would as a lawyer.
But Dustin, I would like to know why there's no other way to medicate. Why can't they take Vraylar? I'm not a medical doctor, but there's so many other antidepressants out there. There's so many other
And so
medications to use.
let's just wait. Well, first let's
Here, the judge digs deeper, pressing the defense on why no other medication, like Xanax or antidepressants, could replace cannabis. The defense holds firm, saying no licensed doctor would risk their career prescribing something unnecessary. This exchange exposes a critical conflict: medical expertise versus a judge's caution about the risks of addiction and impaired driving.
and
I'm
then
going to assume that that is the case.
Okay.
Even if that is the case, we still have the same thing. I'd like to know why there are no other ways to medicate other than marijuana.
right, but we don't stop somebody's medical treatment while we're waiting to get that result. That's all I'm asking is like let's work. Let me work on that and get it. But please do not order him not to use a prescription medication that he has.
But I don't know I don't know if it's prescription.
But if we get that, you say pursued does. So if he's lying and it's not a prescription, well then that's a whole other issue for all of us, including his attorney.
What's up, man?
But today, the main thing I'm here today on is I need you to order him to have a portable device because he has no vehicle.
Do what?
I need to have the change to a portable device because he has no vehicle. He can't put an interlock on his car because he doesn't have one that goes around. So he has no car. Right
So where's the car?
now. You tell me that. I have no idea.
It is, it's actually, they just got out the lot and it's at a repair shop.
Once it
So
is
he's
repaired,
gonna
he
get a
will
car
put it
any
on.
minute.
Right, he'll put it in as soon as it's repaired, but he doesn't have one right now.
Get the car back.
They said it could take anywhere from 5 to 6 weeks because the axle broke off the tire wheel.
An NCIC on him. I'd like to see what full kind of criminal history that he has, please.
And I can tell you, Judge, I've represented him for a long time. He's got the one car DWI here. He has a PTI program for heroin use that he completed, and he's off heroin use. And part of that was the PTSD causing him to use drugs, and that's part of this passionate use now.
Another DWI?
It's a second. That's why he has that's why you ordered an interlock, because it's a DWI second.
How long ago was the other DWI? And where was it?
He was here in Harris County, Judge.
It was about like 6, 7 years ago. I was like 21, 22.
And then it's got the dismissed PCS that was that he did the PTI program through Rick Court.
Last name again?
It's Caleb Jones, Judge. It's all your history's here in Harris County, correct?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought.
He's had 4 total arrests, Judge, 2 DWIs.
That's this one, is one of those.
Yes. A possession of a controlled substance and an unlawful carrying of a weapon.
What
The
was
first
the,
DWI is 2018, Judge.
Yes.
And the PCS was a dismissal. I don't remember if the UCW was a dismissal or not. I don't remember. I represented them on it, but I don't recall.
when was the PCS? What's the cause number, please? Because for some reason I don't have it here.
I can give it to you, Judge. The cause number for this is 2532601. So the carrying of a handgun was in 2020 and a motor vehicle that was in 2020 was dismissed, Judge. The possession of a controlled
It's a
substance.
6th case.
Well, I don't have access to this juvenile stuff, but I see 4.
No, I'm not looking at
Much more
juvenile.
history.
I'm not
I don't
looking at
think you have
juvenile. He has a UCW that was dismissed.
Okay.
Unsatisfactorily terminated probation
On DWI,
from 2020. A year later picks up a gun case. A year later picks
which
up
is dismissed.
a year later
Dismissed.
another
Possession was dismissed. And this is this one. But there was this one on the possession case from 2020. That was a conviction, 6-month state jail, deferred adjudication. And then DWI from 2018 was unsatisfactory termination.
I didn't know about that. I didn't know the PCS, Judge. I'm sorry. I was looking at
He's never successfully completed a probation.
completed a PTI program. Didn't he?
I just,
Am I wrong?
No, it says unsatisfactory.
No, the PCS was a PTI program, wasn't it?
No, I didn't.
You didn't complete it?
No,
Okay.
That one was.
That's why I was sent to state jail.
I'm sorry. I apologize. I misspoke. So that was when he had an opiate problem.
Well, I had finished it and
There
then the
was
second I
another-
got out of one.
Okay.
Yeah.
If I drug test you now, what's going to show up?
The marijuana, sir.
What else?
Well, do you have
Well,
your prescription?
I do have prescriptions. I take a Valium only when like I have a seizure because I have epilepsy, sir. But other than that, though, everything else is non-narcotic. I take a Lamictal. Oh yes, I do take Subzol. That's to help me out keep me off the pain medications, stuff like that. Suboxone.
What else?
And
Do you have a Xanax prescription or no?
no, it's
Oh,
Valium.
Valium, sorry, my mistake.
But it's a nasal spray though, so it's only like when it's necessary. I'm actually like in a seizure.
I'd like to send him for a drug test now. I want to know everything that's in his system.
That's all you have in your system is what? The marijuana
The marijuana, the Subzol, and
and Suboxone?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
I don't know, Dustin. I don't know. I don't know if we're just contributing to the behavior. You know, I mean, I don't understand. What I don't understand are why there's no other ways we can medicate.
Judge,
To
my concern at this point is that I don't know what the test says of what he was or was not on at the scene, because my understanding is the DWI took place, what, on the 8th or something? When was it?
It was a week ago. We were here in court on Friday.
Right, so it takes about 30 days to figure out what's actually in his system or not in his system. So I'm struggling with that.
is there a breath test? Is there a blood test? What is it?
It's a voluntary blood, Judge.
And we don't have the labs back, Judge.
It's a 4-6 HGN, 0 one leg stand, 4 walk and turn. He had medical marijuana on him, like the prescription.
Living.
I'm sorry.
What do you do for a living?
Right now, I'm waiting on disability, but I do like entrepreneur work where I like stock invest and stuff like that, just to make some pocket change. I'm sorry.
How do you get money?
Right now, I'm in between jobs, sir.
His parents hired me, Judge.
Dustin's not cheap.
Oh no, my parents helped me with that, sir, on a payment plan. It's very hard to find work when you're have lupus and epilepsy and stuff like that.
Baloney. It's hard to find work when you get felony convictions. And what you do in the last 5 years, you've picked up one case every single year. And you want me to continue to allow you to smoke weed. I have a problem with that. And I really do, Mr. Jones, because historically speaking, since 2020, since 2018, you are now on your 6th case. And I get it that some of them been dismissed, but nevertheless, it's 6 cases. And all of them have to do with either drugs or alcohol. So for me to allow you to continue to use, it would be enabling you, telling you that it's okay when it's not. In life, this is addiction is a lifelong problem that you're going to be dealing with. And at some point, you're going to have to get off of everything. You can't continue this forever, because the problem is that at some point, whether you're going to get this, whether you're going to get that, whether you're going to the dealer's house to do this, or wherever you're getting your stuff from, peer pressure's bitch. And it scares me to think when you're at a really vulnerable moment in your life, when you run into the wrong person, you may end up spiraling out of control, where once you are able to deal with this, because it's mind over matter, when you have a strong mind and when you have a strong heart, you can do anything in life. And if anybody tells you otherwise, it's baloney, because with a strong mind and a strong heart, you can achieve anything in life. And what I don't understand is how you cannot find another way to self-medicate. That's what I don't understand. And that's why I would like to talk to the doctor who's prescribing this to see why is there no alternate way to medicate. I mean, he's already on Valium. Did you say he's on Xanax as well?
I used to when he has a seizure, Judge. I was wrong on the Xanax. It's Valium, not Xanax. The Valium's when he has a seizure.
But
he's on
one hand, it's
He used to be.
6 and dozen, 1/2 in the other.
Judge, all I know is a doctor's prescribing it. He doesn't get it from the dealer. He gets it from the state of Texas through their pharmacy. So I don't know what else to present to you. That's all I can present to you. Yeah. I guess let's try to do a rush on the blood and do a quick trial setting. And
This,
get that
the
in
other
court.
thing, the other thing I'm gonna do, Dustin, is this, is that if it's an absolute must, I don't want him out in the middle of the night. I'm giving him a curfew because I don't trust him and I don't want him out in the middle of the night. Nothing good happens at 1 or 2 in the morning, and I don't want you out in the middle of the night. And I'm going to give you a curfew, because if you're gonna continue to smoke, the last thing I want is you out in the middle of the night being up to no good.
And I think you'd rather do that, Judge.
I honestly have no issue with that at all.
And I'm going to put a monitor on you so I know where you are and I don't want you out. I'm going to give you a curfew, 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. But you're not out in the middle of the night. And then I want you back here in 3 days and bring me what you got. I'm telling you that I'm hard pressed and I want to know why there's no other alternate method of treatment, that it has to be marijuana.
So you're not allowed to use the marijuana yet. So let's not put them on a curfew yet.
No,
because
no,
that's-
I'm not gonna, if I'm gonna give him a curfew, I'm gonna,
Okay, that's fine.
but I'm back here in 3 days and I want to know why. And I want to know why there's no other reasonable way to medicate and it has to be marijuana. And the only reason is because this is a DWI with marijuana.
When are you seeing your doctor again?
I'm actually supposed to speak to the cannabis clinic tomorrow.
No, I don't care about the cannabis clinic.
That's the doctor.
That's the doctor.
That's the doctor that prescribes the Judge.
I see. So it's the fox guarding the hen house.
I have no idea. I mean, that's only, well, no, only those doctors who are licensed by Texas can prescribe it. So yes, it is the cannabis clinic because that is the only doctor who can prescribe it. They have to register with Texas.
Going to the cannabis clinic. Where is it?
You have to get it. Well, that's,
Austin, actually.
they're in Austin.
They're
There's
out of based out of Austin.
There's now one over on Richmond Avenue that just opened because I
Yeah,
was.
they have satellites here in Houston, but they're based out of Austin.
Judge, if we are getting a reset on this, I just ask that it be.
It's not even a reset. It's off docket because I'm trying to get the driving issues.
Yes, okay.
Yeah,
Just by 1 to
253-2601.
They said 1 to 3 business days. So I should have their response by Tuesday. So let's say for Wednesday, if you want to come back in at that point.
Can we come in on Wednesday, Judge? That's when she'll have to
Sure.
look back to the doctor.
Sure, but
I'm sorry, from the
Um,
state of Texas.
According to-
so he gets the monitor. I'd like to send him for a drug test now. I want to know what everything is in the system. If there's something more than just value, I'm going to have a real big problem with it, Dustin. If I see that there's opiates in there or something else that's not supposed to be in there, I'm telling you now, I'm going to have a real
Suboxone,
problem.
whatever that shows as. I don't know what Suboxone shows as. But that will be in
It
there.
shows up as buprenorphine.
Okay, then yes, that will
So
be.
if it's Suboxone, it'll show up as buprenorphine. But if it shows up as benzodiazepine,
And you haven't used any opiate, you haven't used any Valium or anything recently?
I went to the ER and they gave me some medication.
What day?
I don't have the paperwork. It was,
Last week, 3 weeks ago?
yeah, it was about like a week and a half ago,
That's,
something like that.
that'll be,
Oh, but that's it though. That's it.
okay, but we need to know what that is.
Yeah, but
we'll see. I'm sending him for a test now, but I'm going to tell you now. No dope while you're on bond in this court,
sir.
unless otherwise given. If I find that you're using any kind of opiates whatsoever, I'm going to keep you. And I don't care if they're hooting, hollering, crying, no opiates, no alcohol. Do you understand? You get a monitor for both today.
Sir.
So I'm going to put a scram on one, a thing, and I'll pay for everything.
Because he has no alcohol issues. I mean, he hasn't used alcohol in years. No, I mean, it's not even alcohol DWI. There's zero alcohol at all on this DWI. That's, I know you're saying, I'm arguing for you because I think having the scram and I think the scram is a little excessive, Judge. It truly is.
See, one in lieu of the other I was going to do. I'm not going to do both. That's silly. Of course not. I'm not going to do both.
Okay, so just so you have two ankle monitors on one scram and one GPS, then he doesn't have to worry about the blower, the portable.
You want the blow?
Well, I'd rather have a portable than it's just that's a lot to be wearing and stuff. I mean, I don't know. Are you okay with
So,
doing every 8 hours?
I'm
GPS with a curfew, and then he gets a portable today, please.
Yes.
And then the curfew, and then we send him for the test now, and then we'll see him on Wednesday.
We have the curfew of 10 p.m. to 6 a.m.
And then waive all the fees.
Thank you, Judge. And do they have portables through the, I know I'm arguing for that. Do they do portables through probation? Is he able to get a device or a device that probation pays for it or raises it?
I have no idea about probation.
Okay, I'm sorry, or through pretrial, whoever.
Is he able to get approval through?
That's what I'm asking.
Retrial?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. That's.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you now, though, if he's using opiates, and I'm gonna tell you now, if I find that you're using opiates, you and I, our life together here is going to be very, very difficult. It stops now. Do you understand?
Sure.
You need to do whatever you can to stop using. Because if you don't, I am now affording you the opportunity to stop using everything now. If you don't, we're going to do it my way. And I promise you, you're
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that last part.
He didn't hear your last part, Judge. I apologize.
I'm giving you the opportunity to stop using dope now. If you are unable to, then we're going to do it my way. And I promise you, you're not going to like the way that I do it. It's going to happen. It's not if, it is when, and it's now. Do you understand?
Absolutely.
Because I'm done playing. And the last thing I want, believe it or not, Mr. Jones, I want what's best for you. Okay? And sometimes we have to save people from themselves. But so far, whatever you've been doing, it's not working because in the last 6 years, you've got 6 cases. So whatever you're doing, it's not working. And you need to do something to change your life because I'm telling you, it's going to be a lifelong battle with you. And you have to come to terms with it, that this is mind over matter. You need to find something to do. You need to find something to occupy your time because when you have too much time, you become self-destructive because that's the type of personality you have. And I'm telling you, because I have the same personality as well. I'm a very self-destructive person, but I'm always occupying my time, whether it's playing Fortnite with my son, whether it's running in the day, whether it's, shaving my dog's pup gut, whatever it is. I'm always finding time to occupy myself. And that's what you need to do to get over this lifelong battle, because if not, it's going to take you by the boo-boo and it's not going to end up well like it has been so far. All right. See you soon.
Judge, so just to confirm, we're removing the condition to get the IID. Jones, right this way.
To do the what?
The ignition interlock.
No, the ignition interlock stays because that way DPS needs to know.
All the previous conditions, just adding
Correct.
testing today and getting those devices.
The next day,
I'm on Kaylee Jones, sorry, I was kind of like there. So they contacted the compassionate use program last week. They told her 2 to 3 business days, and then they sent her an email saying that they wouldn't give her the information without my client sending a request authorization form. So she just told me that, she forwarded it to me. I'm gonna do that today and get that handled. And I don't know how.
got an email Friday afternoon, Judge, from them. So after.
But I'm telling you now, I'm gonna have a problem with it. I don't think it's the right thing to do. Not when you're on, there has to be other ways to medicate other than with marijuana.
I honestly can't tell you that. I honestly don't.
Well, then I want him to see a legitimate, psychiatrist, doctor, if he has PTSD, to deal with it, not go to a doctor at a cannabis clinic where they're going to, of course, prescribe you marijuana.
They're MDs licensed by the state of Texas. That's just like.
I don't know that. And then, I got to imagine that if he goes to a regular psychiatrist, just a regular psychiatrist off the street, are they going to prescribe marijuana or are they going to prescribe something else?
They really can't. They have to be licensed with the compassionate use program through Texas. So no, your therapist cannot prescribe it because they're not licensed to do it.
Right.
This cannabis doctor is licensed to do it.
I don't feel that it's right when someone has a DWI with marijuana to let them continue to smoke marijuana.
I understand.
So
I understand your position, Judge. And what do you want me to do at this point? Like right now, what is your wish?
if he truly has PTSD,
Yes.
then I think that he really needs to see a doctor, a licensed psychiatrist, not just the people at the cannabis clinics.
Okay, so you want to have another doctor that he's treating?
Well, no, I don't. I just, there has to be another way to.
Position that's going to put me in a bind for telling somebody they can't go to their doctor. Like.
No. And look,
I'm not trying
you guys do, you guys need to do whatever you're going to do, right? But
None of us want to deal with. I don't want to deal with it.
And I'm gonna tell you, it's a new thing for all the judges here now with all the marijuana cards now, trying to deal with how someone medicates, especially when someone has an opiate problem and they're continuing to use. And they want me to okay to continue to smoke marijuana.
I will say,
I don't,
Judge Giddey has approved it for a client of mine, and Judge Ward.
I don't care about other judges. I don't care.
But what's gonna happen is if you test somebody to use the medicine that they're prescribed by their doctor, it's gonna be a huge blow up that none of us wanna deal with. Like, I don't want this on the news. I don't wanna be the lawyer standing from the camera.
I don't care.
Nobody
I
wants
don't-
to. This is medical. This is not legal. It's not a legal issue. It's a medical issue. But when you make it a legal issue, then that's where it gets to be a little sticky between this, because if the state of Texas says it's okay, I don't see where don't take this the wrong way. I don't see that you have the legal authority to tell Texas they can't do that. And that's what we're getting into, because you're saying that doctor.
If someone has a DWI, a marijuana DWI, right? And they want to continue to smoke marijuana, I have a problem with that.
What if they have a Xanax DWI and they want to continue using their Xanax that their psychiatrist prescribed? What's the difference?
And I don't know. I have not come across that issue. So I don't know what I'm going to do. But
Medication.
I have a problem with it, Dustin.
That's not.
So
Morally doesn't have a problem with it. You're telling somebody that licensed physician prescribing something they can't use it because you have a problem with it. That's the issue that we're seeing. So, I mean, I respect the court's, whatever the court, orders, we'll respect that, but I just didn't know what steps you want me to take. Like,
I don't know. Let me think about it, because I'm gonna talk with the other judges as well to see what, because I'd like to get a second opinion as to what other judges think about it as well.
Probably, I don't fights, you know that. Like, I'll always advocate, but I'm not trying to start something that doesn't need to start.
Dustin, I'm never going to begrudge a lawyer for zealously advocating, and I respect you for doing it. Really, I'm never going to fault you, but I really have a problem with someone who has a DWI and they're continuing to use the same substance that they got the DWI with. In every respect, when I see that come here, I try to get them to stop taking whatever they're taking.
Yeah. And I will advise him he should try to take those steps. I mean, I got a problem with that.
I have to imagine, had he gone to a normal, any other psychiatrist other than one at the Cannabis Cup, they 9 times out of 10 would have prescribed alprazolam, something else to deal with the PTSD. And I mean, what is it here? He shoots himself in the finger. Isn't that the PTSD?
Yeah. I mean, everybody's made different.
I get it. But regardless, I think that, had you seen anyone else?
So I guess can we reset for a week? That way I'll get the documentation. I'll
How
get
long
you
is
some
it gonna-
information.
Judge, I'm not sure. They emailed me
I don't
on
want
Friday.
that long, Dustin, because I don't want him to continue to smoke weed for
Well, he
that.
is on your curfew and he's on the monitor. So I mean, we're at least keeping him from being outside during the hours that you're concerned about.
How long do you think?
Judge, I really don't know how long it would take them to process it. Say hypothetically, if they told me 2 to 3 business days and then he sends it across today, I don't imagine that they would take longer than 2 to 3 business days, but he's going through it with a hiccup. So
They're going to have to, what this is saying is he has to email them with his information, then they're going to send him a form that he's got to fill out allowing that information to be given. So
say
as soon as they,
2 to 3 business days for them to respond to him and then with the
Okay, so
form.
let's do this. I'll set it off for a week.
Yeah,
I'm sending him for a drug test now. Come up, Mr. Jones.
I think that's great, Judge.
I mean, he has no problem doing this weekly testing.
Dustin, if he's using any kind of opiates, I'm gonna, if you're using any opiates, anything that you're not supposed to, it's not going to go well between us. Do you understand?
Absolutely, yes, sir.
How come you have not seen any other licensed psychiatrist other than the cannabis people?
Yeah, you can talk.
I actually have. I was prescribed the alprazolam for 6 years, but it actually caused me to have like seizures if I like missed it like a couple hours late and stuff like
You're
that.
not supposed to stop taking it.
I'm not saying like not. I'm saying like if I slept in, like I could actually wake up at like 8 o'clock in the morning and have seizures because it's
Yes.
delirium tremors is what they call it.
Side effects of when you take hardcore, powerful narcotics like these, you can't just stop taking it. You can't just, when you stop, they wean you off. And when you don't take it as regularly prescribed, there are serious side effects. One of those being, convulsions, all types of side effects, including seizing, right? So it's not because you're taking the Xanax, it's because you didn't take it when you're supposed to. So don't blame the Xanax for causing you to seize. It's the fact that you didn't take it that caused you to seize. Why not? Why stop? So you're not taking the alprazolam anymore?
No, I still take the Valium, but only for emergencies for seizures. It's not even for the PTSD anymore because I didn't.
Emergency seizures?
No, emergency seizures.
He has epilepsy, Judge.
Yeah, I have epilepsy, sir. That's another reason why they were giving me the Xanax too. But but they were saying that it was actually making it worse. They called them delirium tremors, similar to withdrawal from alcohol. The benzos do the same. Yes, sir.
Sure, but
so that yes, sir. They're saying that it was helping, but if I
the other thing is I can't imagine that if you have one doctor prescribing all this other stuff, that doctor is going to continue to let you take all this, knowing full well that you're also using marijuana from another doctor, because they're contradictory and you can't do that.
So I wasn't taking them at the same time.
Okay.
Yes, sir. I had stopped the Xanax actually when I went to jail for that state jail time, and whenever I got out, I was on like different medications in here and stuff like that. I just didn't want to go back on the same narcotic while I'm trying to stay sober, sir. So I mean, I know marijuana is not much better, but I just felt like it was better off taking something that wasn't physically addicting versus with the doctor's opinions and stuff.
Though. It can be as well. I mean, look, I'm sending you for a drug test now.
Yes, sir.
We need a complete list of everything that you're legally prescribed to take, because I want to know what you're allowed to take, and that's it.
Yes, sir.
Because I also need to know what's going to show up in the blood test and what's not supposed to show up in there.
Yes, sir.
But don't use anything that you're not prescribed to take.
Yes, sir.
And for sure, you best not get into a car.
Yes, sir.
I will absolutely lose it if you get into a car. Do you understand, Mr. Jones?
Absolutely, yes,
I don't know how much more plain and clear that I can make this to you. Don't get into a car.
Thank you, Judge.
Hold on. I need to make sure that if he's signed an affidavit that he's not going to drive. He does.
You
Okay.
understand that?
I believe so.
We'll set you off for a week, and then before he leaves today, I'd like a complete list of what he's got prescriptions for to take as far as any kind of narcotics, and
Yes.
so we can see it. All right.
Could you provide that?
I want to know.
If not, you do that too.
No,
Give it
I'm
to
sending
me.
you for a drug test now.
Yes, sir.
Depending on what that shows, I want to look. Okay. All right.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, guys.
Right this way.
Herman.
Several months later.
One issue, as far as the GPS monitor and all that, they gave him a new device just now. They said it was a charging issue. They plugged it in, it would charge for a second, stop charging. He has a brand new one they just put on this morning. Now, the drug test issue.
Violation that he's out at 3 a.m.
Well, no, it's not that he's out, is that that's when it reconnected. So but they gave him a brand new device. So if they're saying there was an issue where they changed the device out and there's not a tamper on it, it said it was not receiving. It didn't say it was that he was out and about, it said it wasn't receiving, and they started receiving again. That's at least the report that I saw. It's not like they were tracking him other places. But as far as resolution of the case, I did talk to him, and he is interested in participating in DWI court. And I know because we talked about that last week, and I had visited with him on that this morning.
Says here on 3/11/24, GPS device generated a failed to enter alert at 10:15 p.m. At 11:46 through 3:02, GPS device was in no GPS, no cell status and was unable to be monitored during that time frame. Client arrived home at 3:01 a.m. on 3/12.
So that's not when it arrived home. That's when it started charging again. Because it's not a geolocate. I mean, as far as I'm understanding, it's the GPS shows where he is,
I'm
not.
gonna be honest. Your Honor, that would be a question for pre-trial.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. It's pointed to the client, not to you.
Okay, I was like,
Saying he's out and that he's out in the middle of the night.
I don't think they're saying that. What they're saying is that it's received a no signal.
Client arrived home at 3:01 a.m. on 3/12.
Where was he before that?
Huh?
They don't know where he was before that. He was at home. He just wasn't charging.
You have.
That's the way I'm reading it.
Do you have?
Right
Do you
here.
have the idea of where he is?
Check, I don't see any notes from the case manager, and then, at 10:05, I see on the report, it's showing that he's not at his home location. So I think that would be the fail to enter. And then there was the portable violations as well that were added. But again, from what we discussed earlier, I don't, necessarily have to go forward.
Portable to violation in what respect?
They sent an email yesterday from the supervisor that was here earlier, stating that there were additional.
Did Anthony send that?
No, it'll be from Cody Pittman.
Okay, I see.
Or this specific one is from Luis Galvan.
So I also have here, client was also instructed to obtain a portable alcohol testing device, comply with all testing protocols, refrain from alcohol consumption, and comply with all routine equipment service. The defendant failed to provide breath samples, scheduled times, resulting in 13 skips from 2/7/25 to 3/17 of 25. So he's still skipping tests. Come up, Mr. Jones. I just don't get it. I truly don't. It's over and over and over. You are still skipping tests. And I don't know what it is and what I need to do to get you to comply with bond conditions. You're still skipping tests. I mean, I have no other choice. I now have to revoke your bond again.
All right, well, let's do a plea then.
Huh?
Let's plea it.
I agree with, and I'm okay, but I'm going to tell you now that I want to have him TRAS'd immediately to see how we go forward.
Well, Judge.
You know,
Okay.
just all I want you to do is not kill anyone, man. That's all I want. You know, really, I'm not asking for much. You have since day one in our court have repeatedly refused to comply with bond conditions over and over and over. And I'm not doing a plea to where he can just get out and just do, and
So
you scare me.
So how do we resolve, Judge?
Huh?
So how do we resolve it?
So, yeah, I agree with you. I think that the correct thing would to do would be probation.
Okay.
But I would like to have him TRAS'd while he's in there. And I have a feeling I know what the TRAS is going to say. And that's what I would like to do.
Okay. I would request you to set a bond.
Of course.
It's just costing him money, Judge. Already it's costing him is his family money.
So it's okay to just skip tests?
No, it's not. It's a test, but I'm saying
It's a
is
skip. I might just be asleep, but I'm not trying to skip him here. I swear to
just
God.
stop talking. Yeah, you don't
Sure.
just stop.
Okay, he goes, and it's literally, the minute he gets out, we have bond violations over and over and over. Now, what are we now, day what?
The court want to be made aware of the presumptive results.
What did you test positive for?
THC, Suboxone, Oxy, and benzodiazepines.
You tested positive for Oxycontin?
Yes, Judge, presumptively positive, it's being sent to the lab for the testing.
What I had envisioned, what I think is probably do like a 2-year probation. I want to do like maybe 10 days as a condition, do an immediate TRAS. We'll get it done today, tomorrow, and we'll see what the TRAS says. And I'm going to go with what the TRAS says. If the TRAS says, and I promise you, Dustin, I will do what if the TRAS says that IOP, SOP is the proper course, then I'll do it.
Okay.
You know, but if they say residential, I think that's, I want to follow what the TRAS says because I think that's the proper course.
I don't think you take it. I just don't think you'll take it if it's residential.
Then I have a jury waiting right now.
You said the same thing. I mean, let's just see what it says. Let's try to get a quick TRAS done.
For sure.
How quickly?
So do you want to do the probation?
Yeah, he wants to do probation. Judge.
Okay, let's do it. Okay, Blaze, you let me know.
On
Just probation.
Okay, yeah, I mean, we had offered the probation first, so, yeah, for TRS.
So,
Okay,
so probation,
2 year.
TRS conditions.
2-year.
Okay.
I want to do 10 days as a condition. That way I can get the TRAS done now immediately while he's in. And then I'm going to follow whatever the TRAS says. Are you Dad?
Yes.
How are you?
Fine.
Thank you so much for coming.
Can I say something?
First, go with Dustin first, because I don't want you to say something that really, just,
No.
please. Yeah, you guys can talk and then later on, if it's, then, yeah.
Thank you, Judge.
Thanks, Dustin.
If I may, will the record, or does it matter? Man?
Yeah.
Okay. Basically, Judge, our argument in the writ is that even if there's a detainer, he shouldn't be held in custody over 48 hours. We cite some case law.
He's on bond.
Bond. Mhm.
So I don't know what I can do to release him. And so what I was going to call the court manager's office, to figure out why is he still being held? Because he's on bond. Why has immigration why have they not picked them up? And because I'm confused, I'm as much as confused as you.
Who's you're talking about?
What's the name again?
Martinez? Who?
Martinez.
Because a bench warrant was requested. So Billy called about this one because she was tuning in. And she says that he's here because we bench warrant him here. And that if y'all want him to go back, then we have to do a bench warrant return.
But my question is, and because that's
We
why.
bench warrant people here because people ask him to be bench warrant. We don't do it on our own, right? So someone has to ask us. So someone must have asked for the bench warrant.
I believe it's prior attorney because we're doing this pro bono because we were helping him with the immigration case,
Okay,
filed the bench warrant. But as
so
far
we
as,
can do a return.
yes, Judge, but as far as I know, like the court stated, he paid the bond, so there's no reason for him to be detained. I have no problem if he's returned. That's fine too. But it's something that it seems to me that lately it's happening more than it should, and that's why we filed that writ.
Lawyers ask us to do with when these things happen. So if someone wants a bond revoked so that they don't go to immigration, we do it. If someone wants to have a bond so they can go to immigration, we do it. I always do what defense lawyers ask with regard to this. So,
And I'm aware of that,
so
Judge.
someone asked them to be brought here. My feeling is so that they could take care of the case before he gets deported. That's what we normally do. So
I believe that was done before we were helping him with his immigration
So-
case.
So what we'll do now is we can send him back when he gets back to immigration.
Oh,
That way,
perfect.
guys, you can make the
He already
bond.
has a bond, yeah.
Yeah, and I won't revoke it here. The only thing I'm going to ask you to do is that when you do make the bond over there, bring him here so we can do conditions.
Yes, sir.
And then we'll just keep it open until you guys are ready. So just let her know to do the return and then
I will be-
I don't know how long it'll take to get it back, but
That's why we filed the writ, Judge.
Hey Vic, when we do the return to go back there, how long does it take to get him back?
I mean, they're here pretty often, and so, I mean, I'm sure in a week. he'll be back.
Yeah, and he should be detained for more than 48 hours because usually, if not, that's
But
why they're
unless- yeah,
released.
but unless there's other circumstances, and when there's an immigration detainer, it's not us that's technically holding him, it's the immigration.
That's why we are in the motion, Judge. It's just, if the court could take a look whenever it has a chance, it would be
Sure.
good.
Yeah, but we'll do the return now so that we can just get him back in.
Whatever is fast, that's fine because
This is the fastest way,
they will.
Do you want me?
right?
Yes, to send them back, yes.
We can do that. Do you want me to put that application for writ of habeas corpus in queue, the one that he's talking about?
But I don't know, like if I grant it, I mean, it's just.
Can I ask just a favor,
Get him
Judge? If the court just, I mean, I think whatever is faster, I'm fine with that because we already got a bond for him there. But if
I
the court
think
could
what
take,
she's saying is probably the fastest.
but if the court could also, whenever have a chance,
Take
take
a
a
look
look
at
at my motion, okay?
Okay.
And maybe it's
Let
just,
her know and then we'll get it done for you now
thank
today.
you, sir. Thank you.
All right, so what we're gonna do, Judge, is he's not gonna bond out. We're gonna reset it for, she said she'd get it to TRS in a couple days. I got him, he wants to see what the TRS is gonna say if he represents DWI court, because that's kind of what he wants to do. Pretty much I think he'd be more successful in DWI court. So let's get the TRS done.
In sober court, he just wants to be out so he doesn't have to be in custody, but the problem
this
is,
is gonna be in your court.
it won't be in my court.
I understand that.
So
We
what-
get TRS get that done, but he's not bonding out, Dad's not bonding him out. I told him he needs to sit and have TRS done, and they can get it done. So I'm gonna reset us, what, 5 days, Tuesday, and we'll have TRS by then. He's not gonna bond out, because we're not bonding out.
You want to talk?
Yeah, I don't want him on, I suggest I don't want.
I get it. I understand. I understand. I understand.
So, we'll do five reset for Tuesday next week, then they have TRS done by then.
Okay. All right.
Hey, Judge.
Okay.
And I'll get the.
So we're not doing a plea today, but hold on. Dustin, come on up. I want you to know that if it says residential treatment
Understand?
and he's no, I mean, I'm setting this case for trial, right? And I'm not gonna,
Are all full straight probation?
I understand.
Okay, cool. I heard for.
No, he was asking.
No.
It's not legally possible.
my concern is that what I feel is gonna happen is when he does a TRAS, they're gonna say residential, and he's gonna say, I don't want to do residential, I want to be out. When we know, based on here, it just doesn't work when he's out. He does what he wants to do.
If he
The
doesn't,
hell with the
if
conditions.
he doesn't want what the TRS recommends, then he'll take a jail sentence, and that's just what it is.
I'm not gonna take that. I'm not taking it. I'll send for trial. I'm not taking, no, because this,
We'll plead to a jury and do jury punishment, and he'll get a jail sentence. Like,
you can do what you want,
he's not
but
probation eligible for a jury. You can't force him that probation. Let's say the TRS.
no, I think I can. I mean, I think I can. I mean, I'll look the code, but
I do jury punishment, you can't. Like, it's what I'm saying is like, I do jury
I mean,
punishment,
sure.
you can't.
Sure.
But I'm not trying to. Let's just get the TRS and see if we can get the help that you want. Yeah.
Dustin,
I know what, dude, we're on the same.
giving him a jail sentence of 20 days, 30 days, 60 days solves nothing. It literally throws him out into the wolves, and he's just going to pick up a felony DWI within the next 30 days, 60
Let's see what
days.
the TRS says and see what we can do.
I'm trying to help this kid, man.
I know you are.
And just a straight jail sentence it's within a year, he'll have a felony DWI.
I understand. I mean, and you know I understand. You know we're on this.
All right, so let's see what the TRAS says and it's pointless in argument. I agree. Let's just see what the TRAS says. We'll happen.
The hearing wraps up with a powerful showdown. The judge questions the credibility of cannabis clinics compared to traditional psychiatrists, while the defense warns him not to interfere with lawful prescriptions. The judge even considers consulting other judges for guidance, underscoring the complexity of the issue. The case ends unresolved but charged with tension, leaving viewers with lingering questions about justice, medicine, and reform. And that's it for today's Courtroom Breakdown. If you enjoyed this in-depth coverage, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next one.